Welcome to the second episode of Sunnyside podcast. My name is Ishan. Most of you know me as See from the Sky, and today with me here is Vishal, and we will be discussing about
Content creation
and tourism.
Hello guys, my name is Vishal, and it is like my pleasure to be here with one of the greatest content creator here, Free from the Sky, and he has been an inspiration to me for a long time.
Thank you, bro.
Finally, we have met each other in a podcast like this. It's really exciting. So my question to you is, Ishan, how did you start doing this content creation?
My journey actually started back in 2016 when my girlfriend gave me a drone, just like a gift. So I started flying, and all of a sudden the hotel started seeing my work. At that time, the drone usage was very less, so I had a huge opportunity to push it and go forward.
Okay.
So that was what I did, and it worked.
Okay. So right now, what are the challenges that you are facing in content creation with drones and this kind of stuff?
The challenges, I wouldn't say there is much, but the most difficult thing is like if you get a shoot from like a guest who is coming to Maldives, and she or he might want to take a photo shoot with you.
Yeah.
So if you want to go, sometimes the resort will say no.
Okay.
Those kind of issues we face still today. So if we can eliminate those, it would be amazing.
Okay. And before, when we started doing content, it was really hard to do these things because in gear-wise and equipment-wise, it was really difficult. Before, we used to have very big equipment which we used to carry around, and it was really hard for the body and all these things. But it has been really easy to do all these kind of things right now, and I think for the young people, it would be really great to know these technologies and get inside, do the research. And I think it's not about the equipment.
It's not about the equipment. I would say you should have courage.
Yes.
And like people will call you names and many things when you start, but you should go forward. Like even when I started, I did like a lot of projects for free, like just to get my portfolio ready for big clients. And now I haven't taken a free one since since last 4 years I haven't done any free work, so it's all paid work. So I would say at the start you will face challenges, but don't give up, just go on, because
I think the young people who are starting out is don't know the hard work.
Exactly.
To
get
there,
they just
right?
want to get it, like they do the project, they want to get the pay.
Yes.
But it's not like that. Like we have to do some work and put our work in display. Only
and to
then
have a specific kind of interest for that,
so that we gain
passion
trust
for it. Yeah, of course. So how are we going to present, how are we presenting the environmental factors when we are doing the content creation here?
I would say like Maldives is one of the best for sustainability.
What are the procedures that you follow?
You mean like when I'm shooting?
Yes.
I can't think of anything like environmental thing, but when we are shooting, we always avoid like garbage and all those things. And most of the times when we are shooting, like it's tourism related stuff. So when we are shooting, most of the places wouldn't have it because they will clean up everything before.
But I think it's a very important factor that we have to show that the environmental factors and
regarding
sustainability.
Regarding the environment, I think like when I was small, we see the ocean as a vast place, right? So even after drinking a bottle of Coke or anything, we just throw it into the water. But since I started this and since I started diving and everything, I have started seeing like the damage and impact of what happens after we throw and litter things. So I think now it's very important like to let others also know. Like when we are creating also, we could like create highlights showing like inspire, like take care of the environment and all. And sometimes I see you also doing something.
Yeah, I think when we do content, we really highlight the factors that we have to protect our environment, because overall we are present in Maldives as a destination, right? So I think we have to make the resorts and all these people aware that we have to keep Maldives as it is. Even if it's a guest house or resort or anything, we are promoting this place as a destination, Maldives. So I think that's the most important factor that even people who are coming into this industry has to consider. to promote this country as it is. So when tourist comes and everything, they will know that Maldives exists as it is. Don't you think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if we are talking about any other topic, I would like to ask you a question, like, because this question is a question I get like all the time from newbies who are coming. How do you reach out to the hotels, and how do you negotiate? How do you, like?
Yeah, I get this a lot
Yeah.
from young people.
What would you say?
I think the concept that you talk about is really good. First, when you approach all these resorts and everything, we have to present them with a portfolio or something like that. I think for young people, so it's good to know that when you go and do free work for them, to build yourself up,
Yeah.
to do those kind of things is very important for them. Go reach out to them, send out cold emails, or reach out to them on Instagram or anything. I think the most important thing is just to create.
Exactly. Yeah.
Create as much as you can and show your work. So I think in your line of work, I saw when you were coming out to this industry, you were posting a lot.
Yeah, I like even when I had like one resort, I posted like the same resort, like on repeat. But the thing is, everyone wouldn't know it. Like,
Yes.
but the viewers will see different views of the same resort, but they wouldn't know.
Yeah.
So I was just building it,
Yes.
and now it's automated already.
I think some people consider the fact they have to, just take the perfect picture, the perfect.
I think if you work for perfection, you will go nowhere.
Nowhere.
Because there's no such thing as perfection. You can find mistakes in the best work as well. So my philosophy now is like, just create and post. No need to look for what others say.
As a
If
content creator, you have to create
exactly,
as much as you can, as much as you can.
Like,
yeah.
but in case if you are making a film or a movie, then you should think of angles and all those things. But you are creating to show a nice location. So whatever you take, it mostly seems nice. So there is no much planning for these kind of things. But if you are making a video for a movie or things, then you have so much planning, like cinematography, lighting and everything. But in this case, like, it's mostly creating. But even for resorts, when we create, sometimes they will request us to create it like a movie. Then we do make storyboards and everything, and the prices as well go up.
I think content creators there are a lot of content creators in Maldives, but I think the most important factors the content creator has to learn is storytelling, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Storytelling is the most important thing that we have to follow, and it's like a skill that you have to develop all your life. When you're being a content creator, the storytelling is everything. So try to be a storyteller first, and then start creating content, and then create as much as you can. Because, for example, like Ishan said, if you take a couple of shots in 2016 of a resort from different angles, you can post that same thing in 2024 as a different thing. Yeah.
And if like you have content like from the very past, you could create a story like you have pictures from a resort 4 years back, and you have like pictures of current zones. So you could create a story like show them the past and future, and maybe write what's changed in the environmental aspects and everything. And you could even sell it to the resort, so they will even buy it. Like they will show, because guests these days ask, how is the resort looking? Like, soil erosion is one of the biggest issue in Maldives, and sometimes guests see the picture, and when they come, the sand is not there. So resorts always need updated content as well. So there's chances in everything.
Do you mean challenges in working with the specific marketing people? Like how do you?
If I
approach
be
those
honest,
things?
I would say the hardest to work with is Indians. Like, not because they are not nice or anything, but because they have this thing for negotiation.
Okay.
Like,
So everybody has a
you
different
agree to a
perspective.
price. Like, you suppose you say $5,000, they will agree. Okay, you go to the hotel, you start shoot, then they will start bugging. Can you just drop the price? That's the biggest issue I have, like, with Indian marketing
How do
teams.
we tell young people, how to counter those things? I think we have to have a lot of patience, right?
Yeah, you never like. Sometimes what I do is like when they do that, I say, okay, I'll create more content for you guys, but let's not talk about it. I'll create a lot, and then I will deliver. You do the selection. If the price go above, then I can't do anything. If it's lower, then you can have the discount. So basically, if I give this deliverable like 20 images, 2 videos, and there's a price tag, they would, if they ask me for a discount, I ask them like, then the content will go low, or you can wait till my delivery.
Yes.
So when I deliver, if you like more picture, you can take more or you can decrease.
Yeah. I think it's a very difficult thing
Yeah,
for
exactly.
people who come in new to this industry to deal with the specific marketing people that we have to deal with.
Mostly it's easy if there is someone from Europe, because they understand the
Or somebody
market and
who
the
has a
value.
background of
Exactly,
marketing.
yeah. In some hotels, like when we give prizes, they say, "Oh my God, it's so much," but it's really nothing. Like your camera is 5,000, you are asking for $2,000. So some people don't understand it. So sometimes we have to even explain them, like this is what we are going to create.
Then I think when you consider prices and everything, it's kind of a very challenging thing that when you come into the industry and when you create something very beautiful and you say your price is like this, and when they started negotiating, it brings your spirit down. Yeah,
Exactly, it does.
it does. Yeah, but you have to be patient in there, and you know, always agree to a price that you are always comfortable with. They might tell you that, you know, somebody is doing this for this much, somebody is doing this for this much. This is the ethics that I hold, is, you know, keep the price that you are holding and then just work for that thing.
Yeah, and you can always upsell, like you can agree for this much, but you can always create more, and when you deliver, you can deliver more, and if they like, definitely they will take, because again hiring for another shoot will be other cost for them, so they will try to get the most from one project as much as they can. So what do you think about promoting Maldives through content? Like, what's your role in it, and what could be done by the tourism board and Visit Maldives, such places?
I think overall content creation is a very important thing, not only for this country or anything. For overall whole world, it's very important.
Exactly.
So in Maldives, we are very much dependent on the tourism industry, right? And the tourism industry is dependent on the content creation. Yeah. So we need as much as we can, you know, as much talents as we can to promote Maldives and to create as much content as we can. But the thing is, in Maldives, we always promote Maldives as a destination, and we are creating the same thing, showing these beaches and everything. I think there are a couple of ways that we can promote Maldives. I think for a recent history, we haven't promoted Maldives on a rainy day. But on a rainy day, Maldives looks really beautiful.
Yeah, I would add to that, like since I'm creating in hotels, when it's raining, we see the Middle East people, they will run into the water. They have so much fun in the rain. Because in their country, they get rain like for a month or less. So they enjoy it so much here.
Yeah. And I think from the ministry or as a policy level, they can try to market Maldives. Because in Maldives, we have 2 seasons. In the rainy season also, we have a lot of tourists coming here. And I think it is very important to, you know, like market the activities that can be done here.
Even in that season, we could do like a lot of water sports, kite surfing, wind, high wind. Most of the time, the content is so focused on honeymoon, relaxation, and nice beaches. And the sports area is like totally avoided. I would say totally avoided. Like now it's peaking, but it's not as much as we need. But I think if we put more focus on such things, more tourism will come. Now we need to sell like experiences more than like these beds.
Yeah. And mostly the tourists are, you know, seeing these pictures and saying this is the sunny side of life, and they want to come here and see the sun and the blue sky and everything. But sometimes when they come here, they are very disappointed. I think as policy level is one factor that we have to promote Maldives on different monsoons.
One more thing we could do is like make monuments, underwater monuments. Like I see in Bahamas, we see like there is a plane. I think so many millions of people go to there. Even I get calls from foreign countries. Hey, can we go to this place? I want to do a photo shoot there. Can you fly drone there? Because it's seen through the drone also. So like if people are planning anything like that, just make it accessible even to someone who doesn't know to snorkel, so they can wear a jacket and they can experience it. Like maybe put a plane in 5 meters depth in different locations. Maybe
I think you're talking about creating Instagrammable spots.
Exactly, monuments like which is related to Maldives. Maybe we could even create a whale shark, huge whale shark in water. Like we could even have fun. If we don't see the whale shark, we can go watch that.
If we consider those things, I think we don't need the help of content creators. We are creating.
People will come and create for the country. Yeah, exactly. That's
I
what
think that's
we
the
need.
concept that the ministry and
Right now, like Maldives is very, very close. Like all the resorts, they are promoting just themselves, not the Maldives or locations. Like I remember even when I worked for Anantara content creation, they weren't doing the Shark Point. That was back in 2008-19. They weren't doing the Shark Bay, and I went to Fulidu and I took some pictures and I came to their guest water sports and showed them. Look, this is so cool. You could do this.
Yeah.
And the next day they started it. Like people need such locations to be known. Like
Yes.
now, like I think the whole Maldives goes to the same spot to
Same
watch the
spot.
shark.
Even if you write it in Google also, it's the same
Exactly,
spot.
yeah.
I think we have to create more Instagram
more,
posts.
more
in Maldives,
Instagram posts, not only like like marine life, because in one way it's bad because people are feeding them.
Yeah.
In another way it's good. But if we have monuments, they can't feed or anything. But as time passes, corals will grow. So many plankton, fish and everything.
Like
will come,
bring the marine life to us.
exactly.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's something
good
I
point,
would really support to do in Maldives. Like then we have things to show. Like even now I have like repeated guests who come to Maldives. Now it would be his fourth time. Every time he asks me, what should I do next in Maldives? I have the same things. Go watch Manta, go watch Velshanga.
Every guest comes and
It's the
asks
same thing
request,
always.
same request,
Nothing
yeah.
new to show.
Have you seen the shipwreck? Have you seen this? Yeah,
It's the same thing. And the shipwreck is, I don't think it will remain for the next 5 years because it's also all bleached now.
Yeah, again we have to create another shipwreck.
Exactly. I think there are many locals, like even from local guest houses.
Do you suggest this to resorts, like just create?
I
something?
always suggest, even to the resorts when their new opening happens, I go and tell them like, look, you can do this amazing thing. Make a coral garden, maybe write your name, because so many seaplanes are passing by. They will see your resort name. So even it will benefit them and even the environment.
Does the resort listen, or is it a problem of the resort or the
It's
government?
not government. It's like I think they don't want to do it much because it's another cost as well.
Okay.
I think if we want to market the destination, we shouldn't be marketing it for like honeymoon and best beach, best resort. I think everyone knows it. Like even if you say to someone Maldives, the first thing would come to their mind is
Put
luxury.
more elements into that, because
Yeah.
there's a destination. Maldives is known to everybody, but I think recently I heard a news that Saudi is creating a same Maldives in Saudi. So I think they are going to promote Maldives. They are going to promote their destination as that destination. I think Maldives, we have to promote destination, put some significant things here.
Yeah, like free
special
dive, like
things, free diving.
free diving, like things which other countries can't beat us
do,
at.
yeah.
Like
We
can
have
do,
many
but
things,
can't
yeah.
beat us. Like the water is so clear here. If we do something free diving, like not just one event, like
Or do a research and find out one specific species which is special for Maldives and promote that species.
yeah. Also, we could create like free diving, like a center or something, which is accessible to all around the world, so they could come and experience it in the open water. The free diving is now, I think, all around the world. It's something which is hyping.
Very hyped,
Even
yeah.
in Maldives, we have now like even in islands we have free diving classes and.
And to market Maldives as a destination, I think it's a responsibility of each specific island. I think they have to consider what is special about the island and create something there, and they have to promote themselves to other markets as well. You just don't need to depend on only content creators to do that. You can do it on your own. And when you need professional work, we have different classes of content creation, right, in Maldives. So it's up to your preference. We can go and show you can have a very simple resort or very simple island, and we can go and show it as a very luxury place, but it's your responsibility to make it.
And regarding this local culture promotion, and I think we can't promote culture if we don't value the people who are doing it. That's the main issue in Maldives. Like there are people who make this beautiful waving with
Yes.
palm tree leaves. If you go and ask them their salary, they will say less than 100 rupiah per this.
And people don't want to learn it
exactly.
anymore.
And you are going to take a picture, you are charging 3,000 rupiah, and you see the difference. And who would want to do that work if she were not getting paid this much?
This is an issue that we have been talking about for a very long time.
Even in resorts, they have mostly, I see in some resorts, Bangladeshi people doing the local cultural work now.
The handicraft work.
Exactly, because they are paying less to that guy than the local artist who does
people
it.
don't see the potential. For example, building a model boat or anything. Yeah.
And most of the artists also now, because they can't earn through it, they go to resort and start doing just for salary.
So
And
these are kind of things that government can do. Put some courses there.
Because so many resorts are even now buying this I don't know the name for that, but brown color one with
The weaving. I think,
weaving, yeah.
I think they make it in Gafla, right?
They make in Mandu also. And I asked how much you sell. They say 80 rupiah, 120 rupiah per this to the resort. And the resort is like making so much money from it.
Yeah. In handicraft process, we have very few talents in Maldives. The new people are not done in that.
I think the talent is also fading just because no one is paying for it.
Yes.
And now we see some artists like young artists coming like through making one and getting famous through it. But that's not how it should be. Like the government should value the people who is making it, like with passion. Even in so many islands we see so many people, but they are nothing. They just do it for fun now.
Every young people come into the industry with a lot of passion and a lot of interest, but I think because of the challenges in the industry, they go
Like
to other fields,
even if we chose photography and if there wasn't tourism in Maldives, I don't think we would make a lot of money. Only
can't pay the
wedding,
bills, yeah?
only wedding would be the way we could make money. No other way. Lucky we
That's
have
the part.
tourism.
Before when I started out, I started as a wedding videographer. Yeah, from resort. When guest request, I go to resort to wedding videography, and from there I went into marketing and this kind of stuff.
Yeah, I also remember when I started, some even local photographers told me like, you can't earn it if you don't take variants. I said, okay, but I'll just display only resorts.
Yeah.
I'll take variants, but I'll just showcase only resorts.
Yeah. As a content creator, it's not only tourism sector that you can promote. Maldives is fishing also. Maldives is other kind of things. I mean, it's your job, it's your responsibility as a content creator to promote this place as the destination as it is. How do you see the future as a content creator in this tourism industry in Maldives?
I believe there is a bright future for anyone who is going to create content, especially in the tourism sector, because now we have local tourism and like even now I would say there is 50 hotels being built like local guest houses, and one can't cater for every hotel, right? Like even if they make a team, everyone can't shoot for all the hotels. So there will be many opportunities in future, and I would say like practice and make your craft perfect so you can reach out to hotels and guest houses as well. And regarding tourism, I would say the local sector is booming, and it's really booming. Like last year, New Year, Mafuji had 2,000 guests in the island alone for the New Year night. And I would say the future is very bright, and not to give up on content creation in Maldives.
I think without content creation, tourism and content creation goes hand in hand in line, I think. And without us, I don't think it's possible to promote Maldives in any other fair or any other country or anything. So we are relevant to the industry. We are supposed to be there for the industry. So it's our responsibility to create as much talent as we can and put out there more content creators as we can also. And let them know that this is your country and it is your responsibility to promote this place as the destination as it is. So see you guys on next Friday. Great to be here.